I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, did crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the New York Jets. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And an alley to run. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Coming up, 22, Jet, Ballmer. 22, Jet, Ballmer. Kill. Check 3, check three. Check three. Shift. Joker. Joker.
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Get ready. Check safety. Switch. Just a six. Pull it. Half. That's it.
Snap comes at 1. Now Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Check 49. Shift. Check.
Now Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Check 13. Kill.
Now it's Haskins. And the pressure gets to him again. Quinnen Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
I'm here all day. Go. Big Ed. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. You go tight. You got tight right there. Rush in. Hatchet. Take the ball. Let's box. Right.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
53, Mike.
Now Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Check. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. He's crashing. Check and crash.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
53, check 53. Drop deep, drop deep. Kill. Shift. Watch the safety creep. Check 52.
On first down, it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Let's go. Hey, we got number 53, Mike 53. Check. Kill. Check.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Mike 53. Mike. Tackles. 53's the Mike. 53. Hey, alert 3. Share.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now on fourth down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. From the 31, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll run with Geis. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle. First and goal at the 4-yard
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
Switch.
Here's Haskins to throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These 2 teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Sponge. No.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Undercrush. Watch the twist. Out. Wall, center. Get wall, center.
Here's Geis. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Check. Quick the edge. Come. Check 37.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff, Geis going right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Bang it. Look small. Check 9, check 9. And 58 is a Mike.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Tight end right, tight end right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down, 4 down. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey,
On first down, here's Love. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Watch the edge. Showing it, showing it. Check 24, check 24. Chill. Check hot route. Hot, hot.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Mike Daniels able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
We're going to start. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Red 80. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The mic. 53 is the mic. Oh, get him. Get him. Red 80. Hey, Foxtrot. 53, Mike.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Number 53, Mike 53.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to go up top, and this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breshad Perriman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Son, boy, 56. Check 56. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Now, 80.
On first down, it's Darnold. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Let's go, D. Shot. Shit. Go. Joker. Tighten up.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Switch.
On second down, here's Haskins. Incomplete.
The pass on second down. Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up third down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Set, hut, 60 yards, 53, 61, match up, right, check 49, shift, check, check 13, yeah.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of 2 there, second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. You go tight. You got tight.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Off. Go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Drop. Jack.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Mike Daniels able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. By the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. Overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Bell. And he'll be taken down at the 44. Four-yard line.
He was brought down by Kendall Fuller.
Come on, fellas.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Jets.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Let's go, son. Hey, we got Mike. Red 80. 53. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Kill. Team spill. Kill. Shoot. Watch the safety creep. Banjo.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Mike on side. 53. Mike. Got one.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They run again with Hunt. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Let him know. Check 3.
Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
53 is right. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, alert 3. Check 43. Check. Lucky.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check your hot read. Kill. Bang. Deuce. Switch. Check.
Now a big spot for the rookie Haskins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check 4. Come on. Shot. Okay. Check. Put it right.
Now Haskins down around his goal line. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. He's going to get it running right, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He completes it to Hunt. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
A 23-yard attempt.
The kick by Bryant is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. That's it. Under crunch, under crunch. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check. 53. Oh, try. 53's right.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Out, out. Wide. Get wide. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now Haskins on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Slings this deep from and that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point hitting the right upright, but it caroms home. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And Latimer's got it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Hustle. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
From midfield now, Haskins. This to McLaurin out on the left side. The 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Flush to his right. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Makes the score Jets 31, Redskins 23.
So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Jets have got it. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go, go, go.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Jets, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.